I'm making another video because there's some things that were on my mind that I wanted to talk about, and I just wanted to give another update because every time I make a video, it's usually something new that I've been noticing about how I've been feeling and just different things that I notice, because it's almost like the longer I feel like this, I become some sort of a philosopher, or, just very aware of what I feel. So if I can share that with other people that are going through what I'm going through, then maybe I can help somebody, and then in return they can help me get the answers that I'm looking for. But anyways, I'll start off by telling you about this pattern I've been noticing. I've been noticing that, I feel weird all day, every day, 24 hours a day. But as of lately, I've noticed that from the morning when I wake up to the early afternoon, if I keep myself busy, because keeping yourself busy is the best thing you can do, and at least for me, if you're feeling this way. And if I keep myself busy and try to do something positive, like hang out with a friend or go to the store and just take my mind off of things, something that I feel comfortable doing. And when I first started feeling this way, I would have really bad panic attacks. Now, I know that I'm going to deal with panic disorder all my life, but I noticed that once I get past like a certain threshold and realize that nothing bad's going to happen, even though my heart's pounding and I'm nervous when I'm trying to go out and do things, I actually feel better in the early afternoon when I'm doing things. But with that being said, even though I can overcome the panic and I can go out and do things and feel somewhat alright and functional for a few hours, it gets worse as the afternoon goes on and later at night when I'm laying in bed. And I just feel like in the later afternoon I don't feel like doing anything. I feel unmotivated, irritable, even more out of it. But I've also been noticing when I first started feeling like this, my symptoms were not as severe. They were severe to me because I didn't know what they were. I was very scared and anxious because I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it was going to do to me. I just didn't know what I had. I was just so, I guess, uncomprehensive about what I was going through. So that caused a lot of panic and fear. And I didn't go anywhere for months. I stayed in the house, locked up, scared that if I went anywhere, something bad would happen. And so I didn't do anything for months. And I've learned to deal with my panic, but I remember this one night, I hadn't left the house for months, and I decided to go for a walk because staying inside, just having nothing else to reflect on and just focus on but how I felt, was driving me crazy. And with the panic setting in, the feeling of depression, loneliness, uncertainty, I would get crazy, feel like I was going crazy when I'd stay in the house for hours on end and had nobody to talk to, nothing to distract me. And I would try to make myself go for a walk. I worked up the courage to finally leave the house and go for a walk around the block, just a short walk, just to take my mind off of things and just get a change of scenery, or just distract myself with, just doing something. And I remember this one night I brought my little brother along because I told him how much of a struggle it was just to leave the house. And I felt this weird feeling. Maybe it's because I hadn't left the house for months, but I don't know what it was. I just felt like this out-of-body experience. Like I was just gonna lose my mind, and I started going into a full-blown panic attack. Like I felt like my mind was just disconnected from my body, and it was just so strange. And I thought I was gonna go crazy, and I started screaming, and I felt like my mind was leaving my body, or I don't know how to explain it. And then eventually, I try to go out more, but I've noticed a correlation between just because honestly, with how I feel and just my current, the way my life is going at the moment, I am a student. I am in college. That's pretty much what I have to look forward to and be positive about, I guess. And it keeps me busy some of the time, but I have a lot of downtime. I'm not working. I'm home. I'm still home most of the time. And I don't have a car, so it's hard for me to get around town unless I'm with my girlfriend and we're in her car. And I just stay inside, and it just seems like my days are just very depressing. I still feel very much alone and disconnected from my family, but I stay inside, and all my days are the same. I just feel like I never achieve anything. I'm not very productive, and I feel like all my days are the same, and I just feel the worst when I'm at home all day. I just feel like I'm losing my mind, and I don't know if I should just get out more and try to make myself go for a long walk, even if it's just, a mile in the other direction, as long as it's not here. In this house, 24/7, like a prisoner on lockdown or something. And I don't know if maybe that'll start making me feel better. Maybe if I push myself through my threshold, maybe it'll make me feel better, because I notice a connection with making myself go out and do something earlier in the afternoon when I feel like I have more energy earlier in the day, and I can, even though I feel very anxious and apprehensive about doing something like hanging out with a friend and just questioning if something bad's going to happen, I still manage to do it. And after I get past that anxiety threshold and realize that everything's going to be alright, I do start feeling better and more confident. But it just doesn't make any sense, because even though I'm learning to deal with my anxiety and I can make myself do things, I'm still having weird symptoms, the lack of touch and sensation, and I'm just wondering if all that will go away, if it really is in my head. I question it every day. Is all of this really in my head? And if so, what do I do to make it go away? Why did it, why did this happen? And I'm still questioning and trying to make sense of all of it. So I just thought I'd share that with you. I will make another video as soon as I find something else to talk about.